This is my friend Josh. He has been wearing these busted ass headphones for years now. We keep telling him to get new ones, but he insists that they are fine. This is the face of a man who is lying to himself. Now, I could have just bought him a nice new pair of high quality headphones, but where's the fun in that? So I decided to build a pair from scratch. First off, before we start this build, we gotta understand how headphones work. Inside every headphone, you have the speakers, or drivers, that convert the electrical signals into sound. Drivers are made of a magnet, a coil of wire, and a diaphragm. The electrical current goes through the wire, causing the magnetic field to flub around, which causes the diaphragm to vibrate, and boom! You got sound. The speakers I bought are these HPD 50N25PR0032s.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
These speakers are really affordable, and I think they sound pretty good. Alright, now that we know how headphones work, let's just jump into the design.
Let's just jump into it.
For this headphone, I went with an open back design. Open backs allow for air and sound to pass through the headphones freely, which allows for a more spacious soundstage. Now I'm putting a slight twist on this by adding some polyfill in between the vent and the speaker. My theory here is that it will act as sort of a one-way valve for sound, partially absorbing some of the back end off of the speaker while still allowing for air to pass through the back. The body, yokes, and baffle are 3D printed, but I will need to add these threaded inserts in order to screw in bolts where I need them. Now let me tell you, the easiest way of installing these threaded inserts is by hitting it with a soldering iron and just melting it into the plastic. It's super satisfying. So now that all the threaded inserts have been put in, we need to find a good headband. I salvaged this headband off an old pair of headphones I found at a pawn shop for about $5. I'm sure there's a way you can make a custom headband, but this was just a lot easier. Putting everything together was a bit annoying. The body of the headphones were held together with just 4 screws, so figuring out the cable management as well as putting in the polyfill and the mesh for the vent took some time. Eventually, it was done. A beautiful pair of headphones, custom made. But how do they sound? Alright, now I ain't got one of those fancy frequency response rigs, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. They sound pretty good.
Bruh.
But what does Josh think? This whole project was made for him. What does he think of the headphones? What's his unbiased review?
What's up, guys? JD1 review. Basically, they're a 10. We've got the 2 audio cables. The left one you gotta pull out like a half a notch so that it works. Not a problem. Not a problem. Everything's holding together perfectly. They fit good. They're big. They're goofy. They sound great. The only issue with the fitment is that they like bow out a tiny bit. Like they wanna, ideally they would sit like this, but I think that's just like a slight height issue. Overall, 10. Just for reference, these are the old headphones. You can see like I guess you can't see under the duct tape, the little plastic connector like popped out of its socket. So they had to be taped up, and they did not fit on my head at all. So major upgrade, 10 out of 10.
Hey, yes, let me get my headphones set. Yeah, I like to keep my headphones on my headrest. Eyes what I call my head. Yeah, it's sunrise. Try to drink some